Working out less actually built me way more muscle, and I'm about to tell you why. I trained for 2 to 3 years and I looked the exact same at the end than when I started it. And the most frustrating thing was, I wasn't lazy at all. I was putting in the work more than everyone else that I was seeing around me get results. I was in the gym 6 days a week, doing 3 sets of 10, 4 sets of 12, thinking that the more volume I did, the more muscle I built, and boy, was I wrong. I'd done more volume, I'd done drop sets, I'd done supersets, and nothing. I genuinely thought by the end of it that I was just one of those people that was genetically modified not to have muscle on my build. I was wrong. I wasn't doing too little. I was actually doing too much of the wrong thing. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why taking away is actually going to lead to you having more results. Because here's the thing, I was doing 3 sets of 10, 4 sets of 12, and on paper, that makes sense, right? You do more, you get more out of it. But fitness is one of the only things, if not the only thing on the planet, where more doesn't equal more, less actually equals more results. Because volume without intensity is just fatigue. So you can do 10 sets of 20 on bench press, but if you're stopping 4 reps short every single time of failure, then you're not giving your muscles any instructions to grow. Your body only adapts and your muscles only adapt to stress that it quite literally cannot handle. So what you're doing in the gym is quite literally breaking down, tearing down, destroying, if you will, your muscle to then send it the signals of, oh, we can't handle this resistance, we can't handle this weight. We're broken down now because this weight has destroyed us. We need to build back bigger so that we can handle this the next time we're put under this sort of pressure. So if you're not sending your muscles these signals, and every single session you're not sending your muscles the signals that we need to grow because we can't handle this resistance, then you're not giving them these basic instructions that they need in order to grow. I was putting in hours and hours of work and my body was just shrugging it off because I was never pushing it to a point where it had to respond back to me. So I stripped everything back. Instead of doing 10 reps, instead of doing 12 reps, instead of doing 3 or 4 sets, I done 2 sets. And I know that sounds completely crazy, but what sounds even crazier is that I also reduced my reps to 6 to 8 reps till failure. So now I'd gone from doing 3 sets of 10 or 4 sets of 12 to now doing 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps till complete failure. And I bet you think I'm crazy right now, but just bear with me, because the key was 6 to 8 reps till complete failure. Right? Complete failure. Not falling short 4 reps, not falling short 1 rep, not falling short half a rep. Complete failure to the point where my muscles had no option but to grow stronger for the next session. The point where a next rep was physically impossible, and not to the point where my mind gave in before my muscles did, because that's a key problem in the fitness community. People's minds fail before their body does. You have to switch that around and allow your body to fail before your mind does. I was training till true muscular failure, which actually meant that my sessions were being reduced from 2 hours sometimes down to 30 to 45 minutes, and they were 10 times more effective. And here's why. When you take a set to complete failure in a low rep range, you're activating every single type of available muscle fiber. Your body has no choice. It has to use everything it has to push that weight, which is the exact signal it needs to grow back stronger for the next session. And that's what tells your body, this is too much. This resistance, we can't handle this anymore. We need to build back bigger. We need to build back stronger. We can't be inferior to this resistance. And 3 sets of 10, 4 sets of 12, they're not sending the signals that you want. Those signals that tell your muscle to grow to the muscle. So let me explain why this works without getting too deep into it. There are 2 types of muscle fibers, slow twitch and fast twitch. Slow twitch fibers are endurance-based, low force. Fast twitch fibers are strength-based, high force. The type 2 fibers are where the majority of your size and strength gains come from, and they're only recruited when the demand is high enough. So the low weight, high rep, comfortable sets are barely touching these type 2 fibers. But the heavyweight, low reps where you're training till complete failure are activating every single fiber into the fight. And on top of that, the closer you get to failure, the higher mechanical tension you're getting on the muscle. Mechanical tension is the primary driver of muscle growth, not how much you've sweated in the gym, not how tired you are after the gym, or how sore you are the next day. So that's what causes muscle growth, and 2 hard sets till absolute failure is going to cause way more growth than 4 comfortable sets ever will. So what does this actually look like in practice? I trained and still do train 6 days a week, but you don't have to do this. You only have to train 4 days a week if you want to, depends on your schedule. Just make sure you're training each muscle group twice a week. Day 1 is chest and biceps. Day 2 is back and triceps. Day 3 is shoulders and abs. Day 4 is chest and biceps again. Day 5 is back and triceps. And then day 6, I have a leg day with a little bit of shoulders as well. And each of these sessions have 6 to 8 exercises total. 2 working sets till failure, 6 to 8 rep range, 2 to 3 minutes rest in between each exercise, and that is all you need. It should take you no longer than 45 minutes, 1 hour absolute maximum. No supersets, no drop sets, no finishers. Just hard work in the gym and enough rest in between sets to perform the next set properly. This is where the majority of people go wrong, because they train and they do 60 seconds in between sets, which is not letting them recover properly. When you're training heavy till failure, you need more rest so that you're actually training till true failure and you're not pre-exhausted from the previous set. Within 8 weeks, the progress was noticeable, and not just for me, but for other people as well. And the irony was I was spending less time in the gym, but getting way more results. Fewer sets, shorter sessions, but the stimulus that I was providing my muscle was way higher quality, and it was actually there. I stopped leaving sessions feeling tired and unfulfilled, and actually started leaving sessions knowing that I'd done something. So there's a difference between being exhausted from too much volume and being drained from actual intensity, because one of them builds muscle and one of them makes you feel like you've worked hard and gives you a nice pump. I want to be clear, this is not the only way to build a perfect physique or build a good physique. There are plenty of people out there that build good physiques on 10, 20 reps per set. The majority of them on steroids, but that's another conversation for another time. But who is this training type specifically for? It's for people that are putting in the work and not seeing results, especially not seeing results relative to the effort they're putting in. People who are natural lifters without the hormonal support to recover from the high volume training that the majority of people are using a needle nowadays to get. And people who are under eating, because it doesn't matter how hard you're training, how you are training. If your calories are not dialed in, if your macros are not dialed in, if your food in general is not dialed in, nothing is going to work. So dial them in first, because if you're not recovering, you're not growing. So fix the food first and then come back to this. If you've been training hard and getting nowhere, the problem isn't your effort, it is how that effort is structured. So try 2 sets of complete failure in the 6 to 8 rep range and watch what happens within 8 weeks. Track your lifts, track your weight, track your food, and I guarantee in the next 8 weeks of doing this, if everything is dialed in, you will see more results than the previous 6 months. So if you want help putting together a program, a nutrition plan, every single thing that you need specific to you and the whole blueprint to get you results on autopilot, then there's a one-to-one call link in the description where you can book a call with me personally and we can see if we're a good fit to work with each other. So I hope to see you on that call, boys. So I'd appreciate if you boys left a like and a comment and message me on Instagram via the link below if you're struggling with anything at all.